us. Insert underway. Resume merriment. You are safe.
Reese, you're all set.
Have a good time.
Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safaris. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados y mantengan las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuide a sus niños. Gracias. Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. Before you begin your trip, you should know that the unpaved roads of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve pass through rough and rugged terrain. You may experience bumps and sudden jolts on your safari adventure. To ensure a safe and pleasant trip,
And this is a photo safari, so you'll want to have the phones, have the cameras out and ready to go. Usually best to have those set to an action setting, a sports setting, or a fast shutter speed. That's just because those animals, they can move pretty quickly when they want to, and we are going to be moving as well. And there are some parts of the reserve that we simply did. It looks like we're already off to a very good start. Already straight away here seeing a greater kudu. We'll see if we can get a little bit closer. Greater kudu kind of look like deer, but they're actually the tallest species of forest antelope. They'll reach around 5 feet height at the shoulder when full grown. And not seeing any horns on this kudu in front of us here, so most likely a female, though the males of her species have horns that'll reach about 6 feet in length on their heads. There's actually another kudu to our left and another one off to the right. So you'll notice they have stripes on their backs. Stripes are a fairly common form of camouflage here in the forest. You'll see even more stripes on the legs of that okapi. Top of the hill there to our right hand side. We'll swing around here and see if we can get a little better peek. Well, the okapi stripes will look more like a zebra's, but they're not related to the zebra at all. They're actually the only living relative to the giraffe. Both have very long prehensile tongues that are perfect for grabbing leaves from trees and bushes. And pretty generous in this okapi to be out in the open, because they're really good at staying hidden when they want to. In fact, they're so good at hide and seek that they were unknown to the Western world until the year 1901. We're going to pass on by this larger watering hole to our left. Actually a pretty good place to find those animals. It looks like there might be a very large, very sleepy visitor to this watering hole on our left-hand side in front of the pile of boulders, looking almost like a boulder itself. That is a black rhinoceros. It's giving us its best side, but we'll take it. And we can assume that is a black rhino out here in a forest environment like this. They've got a pointed prehensile upper lip, just like the okapi's tongue. It's going to be pretty good at grabbing leaves off branches. And you might catch sight of another black rhino here to our left-hand side. Might be a little bit easier to see this one camped out. And keep on the lookout for the horns sticking up as well. A rhino's horns are made out of keratin. That'll be the same material as our hair and our fingernails. There's even more color here on our left-hand side with these cinnamon-colored antelopes. These are bongos, also known as the ghosts of the forest for their very elusive and secretive nature. They are related to the greater kudu we just saw back there. Both will have more or less 13 stripes on their backs, but one major difference, both the male and female bongos are going to have those backward spiral horns up on their head. Spiral structure is actually perfect for their home out here because it allows them to move quickly and quietly through the underbrush without loudly snagging on every single branch they might come in contact with. We're going to start to make our way out of the brush, out of the little Ituri forest, and we'll head on down into the Softy River, see if we can find a head in a more aquatic environment. Oh, want to scan the water, see if you can't find any large ripples, any bubbling going on, as that does sometimes mean that there's an animal just beneath the surface. The water's looking kind of smooth here to our right. Not to worry, my friends, I don't think we'll give up hope. The Nile hippopotamus does like to spend most of its time in the river. It can even stay submerged up to 8 minutes without coming up to that area. And it looks like we are just in time.
Wow!
We'll definitely see if we can't find a few more hanging around this area. They're incredibly social creatures, so you'll usually find them together in larger groups known as a bloat. Actually, a very big group name, because when they grow, they can tip the scales at about 5,500 pounds.
il y a des bulles là-bas, il y en a un autre qui est caché là.
Ah, il y en a un autre qui est sur l'autre.
Well, you're going to see that these hippos here are not alone. Keeping them some company, perched on the island next to them are a few pink-backed pelicans. Not looking quite so pink at the moment. They do get that name from the pink coloration they'll end up getting during mating season. Otherwise, the rest of the year, they're simply this whitish-gray color that we're seeing. And interestingly, unlike a lot of other birds, these pelicans cannot vocalize. So instead to communicate with each other, they rattle those really large bills. It's a very unique sound, but it's essentially their way of talking to each other, so it works for them at least. See if you can't find any more hippos around this way here. Continue to scan those waters. The hippos we've seen thus far seem pretty calm, pretty easygoing, but they are considered one of Africa's most dangerous animals. That's just because they're super territorial, so good thing for us that we're keeping our distance. But maybe not the only dangerous animal out here on the river, because to our left these are Nile crocodiles. These Nile crocodiles can range between 16 and 20 feet in length, meaning they're going to be about the same length as a giraffe is tall. And just like other reptiles, crocodiles are cold-blooded, so anytime they get too cool in that water, they hop out onto the bank, like a lot of them have. They're just trying to warm themselves up by matching their body temperature to the air temperature around them. They'll eat a diet of mostly fish, but we're still going to put some distance between us and them. That's because those crocks have a bite pressure of around 2,000 pounds per square inch, so probably don't want to risk crossing paths with them or their jaws. Or at least I don't. But we really shouldn't have to worry about that too much. We're moving towards the savannah. Already see a pretty prominent feature of the savannah off to our right-hand side here. Not an animal, but a tree that looks almost like its roots are sticking up in the air. This is called a baobab tree or an upside-down tree. We'll probably get the chance to see a few more of these scattered throughout the grassland. But in the meantime, we're going to get a fantastic view overlooking the savannah as we make our way down this hill. You might already catch sight of a few of those animals that call it their home. A lot of the animals that do live out here, they can greatly influence the beauty of this environment we're seeing through their eating habits. So giraffes are going to prune down the trees when they eat. Elephants will knock over those same trees when they're out looking for food. And many have stock animals like wolves and antelope essentially mow the grasses down the trees. That way they're all kind of working together to create a really unique ecosystem. It looks like there are a few giraffes ready to meet us in the distance there to our right. It can be kind of hard to miss being the tallest land animal in the world, reaching those heights of over 20 feet. We'll get a much better idea of that size once we do loop around and get closer. But even closer to us, coming up on our right-hand side, you'll notice these Ankole cattle with the giant horns on their heads. Also, Watusi cattle. They're named after the Watusi tribe here in Africa. They first domesticated that species of cow about 2,000 years ago. Those horns probably would have been super heavy up on their heads, but not to worry. They are mostly hollow. They're actually fairly lightweight. That's just because those horns will act as a built-in cooling system. So throughout the day, blood can flow into all the empty and hollow spaces in those horns to disperse some extra heat. Almost like a built-in radiator up on their heads. So just a really unique and convenient way they've adapted to their environment. Should be able to come up right beside them here as they make their way towards that food. Oh, we're also going to sneak out past this den to our left. The dens usually belong to predators, and I think I see a few of its occupants tucked away. Very center of the den, fast asleep, those are African painted dogs. Also called African wild dogs, but usually painted dogs for the unique markings and colorations. We've got the beautiful calico colored coats of fur. On painted dogs, they look pretty cute and cuddly, almost like the canines we'll keep in our own homes, but they're much fiercer. They're actually Africa's most successful hunters. Also to our left-hand side, once again, past the turbine down, that's a smaller herd of sable antelope. They'll be one of the few species out here who will actually fight back against predators, using those backward curved horns of theirs to deter attacking lions from jumping upon their backs. You might have noticed they're pretty much the only two-stock animal in that area. That's because they're incredibly territorial. So much so that when it comes to a fight or a flight response, they almost always choose to fight. So not a lot of other animals out here are really willing to cross paths with us. Part of those Watusi cattle once again to our right. They should actually be the only domesticated animals that we're going to see out here on the reserve today. If you look to the left-hand side, you can already make out a few stripes. Looks like we've got a few zebras in this direction. Their stripes. These are mountain zebras that we're seeing out here in this part of the reserve. to radiate some extra heat on warmer days.
Il y a des girafes!
And if you've ever wondered if a zebra is black with white stripes or white with black stripes, they are considered black with white stripes. It's a good way to tell them because their nose is black. It's a big color there. We also see a few white-bearded wildebeest grazing around this direction, and we finally gotten a little bit closer to those giraffes we caught sight of earlier. A lot of the giraffes out here, they are very busy eating, and that is not surprising in the least because they devote about 16 to 20 hours of their day to just eating or searching for food. You'll see there are a few smaller giraffes and then there's a few babies hanging out with mom and dad out here. Those babies look pretty tiny in comparison, but they're still pretty tall. They're born at about 5 to 6 feet in height already. They definitely need to be born that size to be able to nurse from mom right away. Unfortunately, that does mean the first thing a baby giraffe will experience in life is a 6-foot drop to the ground because mom does give birth standing up. Also to our left-hand side, you'll see a couple of Africa's largest antelope species, the Patterson's eland. That male eland there actually weighs about the same as one of these full-grown giraffes we're looking at out here. I'll get a good look at those babies to our right once again. And hanging out with them, those super tiny antelope called springbok. Springbok gets that name for the way they'll spring up to 8 feet in the air and up to 13 feet. So if they wanted to, they could actually spring clear over the backs of those baby giraffes. But we're going to try to head a little bit further into the grasslands. We've had some great luck so far, and I think that's about to continue as we push on into elephant country. Already seen a couple of elephants here on our right-hand side ready to greet us. Not too necessary for daylight today, but from time to time you might see them flap and flutter their ears. It's a pretty great way for them to stay cool, kind of like fanning themselves. Pushes the extra heat away from their bodies. And there's also some movement to our left-hand side. Looks like there are a few mantles up in between these trees. These will be the largest species of monkey in the world that have the colors of red and blue on their faces and their rear ends. This color is more vibrant when they're emotional, almost like human black. But they do share pretty similar habitat needs as those elephants, so not too surprising to catch them hanging out so close together. We're as close to our right-hand side, but we don't have to get too much closer. We're going to get another peek at that second elephant there. And it might just be the two of these elephants back here, probably a couple of males. They're definitely more solitary. They'll live off in these smaller bachelor herds like this, whereas females and younger elephants are frequently found in the larger, more close-knit herds. But the good news for us is the males will sometimes hang out on the outskirts of those larger female herds. So we'll keep trekking forward here, see if we can't find a few more elephants kicking around a bit. That's exactly where we want to be. We're headed on into the right clay pits, and elephants will eat red clay as a nutrient supplement in their diets, almost like us humans taking our vitamins. So really getting ready to continue that elephant search. Already seeing a few top marks pressed into the clay, a few tracks in the mud. That's promising. Oh, that was not a difficult search at all. Already seeing a couple more elephants off to our left there. Not only will elephants eat this clay as a vitamin, though, they really should look out for those little tusks starting to come in too. This larger female herd here is known as a matriarchal herd, usually led by the oldest female in the group who happens to know the most about keeping that herd safe. That's just knowledge that she'll end up passing on over time. Might have heard the saying, an elephant never forgets, and that is fairly accurate actually. And they're all hanging out pretty close to this watering hole. They're actually hatched gray and fuzzy, so they do end up getting this color that we're seeing over time from a diet of shrimp and other crustaceans. Those crustaceans, they're filled with a substance called beta-carotene that'll turn those feathers that pink we know and love so much. Yeah, because of this, you can sometimes even tell the youngest in the flock. They're more white in color. Usually take these birds here around a year. Will actually be the largest bird in the world. It looks like these are a couple of females here with a light gray feather color. Males will have a much darker, almost a black plumage on them. Other than those ostriches, not seeing a ton of smaller plant eaters out in this area. That can sometimes mean that they're just wary of heading over this way when looking for food. So there might also be a predator nearby. or possibly a big cat country. We're gonna keep our eyes peeled, see if we can't find a big kitty.
Ah oui. Franchement, rien ici. Pour des beaux cailloux. Très beaux cailloux.
Il y en a un autre. Le rhinocéros, regarde.
They're called a crown ship for fairly good reason. These white rhinos will weigh upwards of 5,000 pounds. Despite that extra weight, they can run up to 35 miles an hour when they charge. And that's kind of terrifying because they have very, very poor eyesight. We'll get closer to these lions and a couple of lionesses also completely passed out. And the pride, it is the females, these lionesses, who do the majority of the hunting. Male lions like that big guy there usually hang back and roughly translate to the English one. They're powerful as animals, smart enough to steal the birds of other animals and make those their very own. Also, you know, there's ostriches who are already of course we can't get enough of those rhinos as well. It looks like that ostrich has a pretty good reason to keep around this area. She's keeping a pretty close eye on these rhinos. There's a small cluster of ostrich eggs off to our right-hand side. Looks like they're pretty hefty. They're only about 3 pounds apiece, which is surprising, again, those ostriches being the largest bird in the world. But not only are they super heavy, they are also super durable. So,